mistake is, oh, please eat this, and then please go give us a nice review.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
so don't have your driver, number one, telling people, right.
Yeah, no one, yeah. So then they were memorizing people's addresses.
And then they were going back into their house and, going
it's
in. It's
crazy what people can do these days. That's nuts.
So she heard it banging on her door about 10 p.m. and then received a phone call from a number she'd never seen before. Naturally, she had no intention of fielding the phone calls, but then they were banging on her door. Said, hello, this is the manager of La Portia, and I'm outside your door, and I want to speak to you about your Yelp review.
That is some scary stuff, man. Yeah. That is insane. And it's not even like she gave like a 1-star and was like ranting and raving about how terrible it was and trying to like disparage the restaurant. All she did was say the steak fries were kind of lackluster.
So, of course, this information all came out because she did tweet it. And she hashtagged everybody. So she said, so my night just got weird. My dinner was delivered and the delivery guy asked me to leave a review on Yelp. So I left a 3-star review because it was just mediocre. Why did the manager, MFer, just knock at my door at 10 p.m. and then call me? And then he called me to say he was outside. WTF. So she clearly didn't go talk to the guy. But so that's taking that to a whole new level.
Well, yeah, it's the technology, Cindy. I had a weird situation. I don't even think I told you about it a couple weeks ago, where I found a cell phone in my car at the end of the night after Ubering, and it was like 5:30 in the morning, and I was going to have breakfast with some friends, and honestly, I had no idea whose phone it was, so I put it in my center console and decided I was going to deal with it the next morning as a found item. And before I could even do that, at about 10 o'clock in the morning, my cousin comes and wakes me up and says, one of your passengers is here. I'm like, what? She says she lost her phone in your Uber. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, how did she know it was here? She used the GPS tracking
on her phone
to come to the house to get the cell phone back.
Right.
And it, like, at first it was kind of alarming, but I'm like, you know what? That was actually pretty smart of her, I guess, to do that.
Well, that's why you have to find my phone on there.
Yeah, she was a nice girl and all that, but it was kind of, like, alarming to think that, you don't necessarily want your passengers to know where you live and tracking you down after they're in and out of your car. I tried to share a lot of people want to join my Facebook and stuff like that. I don't let them because you don't know who you're adding. These people are in and out of your car in 10 minutes. And so did you think you were trying to steal it? Huh?
Did she think you were trying to steal her phone?
No, she didn't want it back. And it was obvious because I had it locked in my car, like in the center console. I didn't bring it inside. She actually left me a nice review and a $10 tip for returning it to her. She just she just wanted to get it.
Got it and gave it to her.
Yeah, I just went out of the car.
Yeah, totally.
So it was, it was fine, and she was thankful for it, but it was just kind of awkward I'm like in my pajamas, and like, after you're done driving Uber, you look like you got hit by a truck like the next morning. So it was just a little weird, but people can find out where you are.
Yeah, so speaking of rideshare, on the local rideshare page, the amount of people that are peeing in the Uber and Lyft drivers' cars this week is off the charts. What is up, people of Rochester?
You guys are having a pee epidemic.
I'm ringing the bell for the people of Rochester. Shame on you.
Shame. What are people on up there?
Are they drinking too much? They can't hold it. Is there a lot of bladder issues in this town? Because every day I sign on to that Facebook, someone new has peed in the vehicle.
I mean, like, how much stuff do we have to provide in our cars? I got like candies in there. I got gum. What? So now we gotta provide diapers too.
It's insane. So I did put a post up on the local page, but I don't know if it posted properly because I can't find it. But I had posted to our local Rochester drivers that I want to do a little piece every week of like one really ridiculous story of a local Uber or Lyft ride. You know what I mean? Because some of these are just too good. So, so I don't know. I don't know if it went out right because I didn't get any responses, and normally I would immediately. So I don't think I hit send properly, which, No,
it did. I saw it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I think people are just ignoring it.
Oh, all right. I guess they were ignoring me. Okay.
I could try to get some from my market too.
I just think it would be funny, you know what I mean, to collect up a couple of these stories because I was just cracking up.
Those are really Yeah, I mean, the vomit ones you kind of expect. I have bags in my car. You expect people are going to be sick to their stomach. You really don't expect somebody to just let loose and pee in your car. All I can think is the Seinfeld Poppy episode where he pees on the couch. Mm-hmm. Poppy pees on the couch.
Yeah. So one of the drivers had like a protective covering over his seat.
Oh, well, that's good.
And no, but it didn't stop the pee. So he said when he lifted it, the seat was just covered in pee.
Oh my God, that is absolutely.
Yeah, that's just completely, insane. You know what I wanted to say really quick, which just like it says a lot about our society now that I'm scrolling through this. What's up with the Cash Me Outside girl getting nominated for top female rap artist?
I know. It must be a really shallow pool.
What happened to Cardi? Oh wait, Cardi B is in there.
I love Cardi B. She's gonna win, so it doesn't
matter.
Cardi
B, Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
And
Cash Me Outside. Apparently Cash Me Outside girl.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And you know what? I did see that Cardi B on Fallon. She did the whole hour with him, and just her personality alone, I fell in love with her. Her personality is so
hilarious.
Cute.
She's great.
And that song me and Danielle listened to.
She's having a baby. She's gonna be having a baby, so.
Yeah, so she really needs to get her own talk show.
Move over West, fam.
I think we need to have a reality show with just her. Yeah, right?
She would be good.
But speaking of, have you caught up with The Handmaid's Tale? They dropped 2 episodes a couple days ago.
No, I haven't. Oh, but they dropped 2? We were trying to figure out how many maybe came out. Maybe we're going to watch some today, and we'll see.
I think they dropped 2.
The day's going by fast.
Yeah. They dropped 2 of them.
When did the next 2 come out?
I think, is it like every Wednesday now they'll drop 1. So I haven't decided if I was just going to wait until they all get put up or if I'm going to try to watch them. I haven't quite decided.
I got to watch them as they come out.
All right, so let's watch, let's try to get those 2 in the bag before our next show so we can talk about it because that's a great show. Good. And another one of my favorite shows is coming back this month is Westworld. And
you really like that one.
I do. I love Westworld. And, of course, my all-time favorite, The Bachelorette, will be coming in the next month with Becca. And I'm really psyched for that show to come back.
Maybe I'll try to watch it. Maybe we'll see.
You should because, it is golden TV. Right now, The Housewives of New York is back. And, It's stellar. It's just it's as good as ever. I can never say enough about that Housewives franchise. The New York one is by far the best. But we'll wrap this up. Our show is actually on live right now. Not live, but it's replaying right now on WRFZ 106.3 FM. You can hear us on Sunday nights between 5 and 6. And then we go drop to podcast on Monday mornings.
On every platform imaginable.
Every platform. And you can listen to us on, you can follow us on a couple of instigators on our Facebook page. And everything we talk about, some of these news stories we will be posting on there. Pictures and articles. And that's it. I guess you can keep up with us there. We're going to probably do another show this week, and I'm contemplating maybe we're going to go live with it. We'll see how
I think so.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Amy, really quick, we got a minute. I want to tell you that in my comedy class, I have met some really interesting people, but by far, two of my favorites. One is a comic that does Grandma Riri. And she's a character comic, and she does this character, Grandma Riri. And she is so funny, and she has a YouTube channel. So if anybody just wants to Google her, it's Grandma Riri, Rere. And I suggest watching Grandma Riri Goes to the Liquor Store, which is absolutely hysterical. Number two, there's another man, he's probably like only 30, I should say. And, he was in the, what do you call that when you're going to be a priest? Where do you go? The monastery?
Yeah,
is that it? Well, yeah, anyway.
I don't think so, but yeah, he was in there.
3 years.
3 years?
3 years.
Oh, poor guy.
And, he came out and now he's doing stand-up, and a lot of his jokes are about, you know, his upbringing and the religion and how he was in there. So I did tell him I got to have him on. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I have so many questions about those 3 years he spent in there.
Yeah.
And plus he's a comic, so I'm gonna try to get him on soon. I'm gonna try to get Grandma Riri to come on, and I will also be letting you guys know locally when I'm going to be doing stand-up, right? I'm doing it tonight, but it's my first time, so I'm not ready to
We'll have a
promote.
video. We'll have the video.
Not ready to promote. But anyway, thanks for listening, and me and Amy will talk to you guys soon.
Bye, friends.
Bye, friends.